So I want to just make sure I cover myself because this young man is saying this, and this came from this young man. I don't want y'all to think this is coming from DeMario. I don't want y'all to think this is coming from DeMario. So this is this young man's story. So anything that I'm gonna say is gonna be allegedly.
Uh,
All right, let's get back.
the beginning of sixth grade wasn't bad at all. I would say it was towards the middle of sixth grade when stuff started to get shaky. I felt as though I started questioning my sexuality. And, yeah, bullying was going on. A lot of that was going on during that time. So, I really didn't have any friends or nothing like that, or anything of that sort. So, I was always cool with teachers, anybody that could be in my corner, I wanted to be cool with. Antonio Maurice Brantley was one of them people. He was one of the people that I thought was in my corner during that time, and I felt as though I could trust him. Now we all obviously can see that I could not do that. First incident occurred during the middle of my sixth grade year. I was in the ISS room. It was just me and Antonio Maurice Brantley in the ISS room. We were joking and laughing. We were playing, and it was no context to what he did, but he grabbed as y'all can imagine what I'm thinking about, and I'm not talking about my rear area. I didn't know how to feel. I stood in shock, and I stood there. A couple minutes later, I did it back to him, and one thing led to another, and I ended up giving him oral sex in the classroom. That's the first incident. During this time, I was what you can say is rewarded by the things that I was doing. Me and another student, and this other student DM'd me last night when I came about my story. He asked me why I didn't tell him, because he was also cool with Maurice Brantley. Anybody that knows, that man bought me iPhone 8 Plus during the time I was in sixth grade. He bought me AirPods, food, anything. You can ask anybody that went to that school. He hovered over me like I was a golden child. I could never do no wrong. I could never get in trouble because Maurice Brantley will always protect me no matter what. When I would get in trouble with teachers, they would send me to Mr. Brantley. Shit. So, yeah. Second incident. After a basketball game, my mom allowed Antonio Maurice Brantley to take me home after a basketball game because I asked her, could I stay? But she told me that I had to find a ride. Like I said, after the basketball game, Maurice Brantley proceeded to take me home, and before we stopped to get to his car, we stopped by the bathroom. He went in the bathroom by himself. He locked the door behind him. He then came out of the bathroom still unbuckling his pants while they were still down. I then proceeded to grope his groin area, and then we proceeded to leave the school. As we're leaving the school, on the way home, I gave him head all the way home. Yeah. So that happened. There was a third incident that occurred before everything went to stops, and it was one weekend. He talked my mom into thinking that he was going to tutor me. He picked me up from my house that morning, and we went back to his home in Swainsboro, where he was living at with his mother. And there was no tutoring done whatsoever. There was nothing but grooming and sexual activity the whole time. As we left his house, once again, the whole way home, I get in bed. During the time this shit was occurring, I didn't tell nobody because you don't really know what to do when shit like that is actually happening to you. It's like something that I can't even explain. Like, you can't, like, nobody is prepared to go through anything like that. And I don't want anybody to ever have to go through something like that. Okay. Fast forward to my 18th birthday. Mind you, the years have gone by. I have not had contact with this man. I have not texted him or anything. I can't say that I still had him on social media, on all my social medias. I still had him on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all that. So, fast forward, my 18th birthday approaches, and he messages me, and my mother has the messages. I still have the messages. I still can screenshot the messages. He texts me apologizing about what he did to me, and that he couldn't explain. He didn't know why he did what he did. And in my mind, it had been going on so long that I feel like the situation was okay. I did not respond in the way that people think I would have responded. I didn't respond in the way that I should have responded. I responded as if though I still wanted him to do things that he was doing to me. He quickly texted me back with, what do you mean, or whatever the case may be, and I left it at that. I didn't text him back. Fast forward, thank you for my best friend, because y'all, friends are, I'm thankful for the friends that I have, and I'm thankful for the people that I call my friends, because without my best friend, Savon, I don't even know if I would be able to even acknowledge this situation as it is. I thought I was at peace with the situation by not speaking on it or not thinking about it at all. As I stated in my Facebook post, my mom has questioned me. My phone stayed checking. My mama questioned me multiple times. Has anybody ever touched you? And my answer was always no, because in the back of my mind, I thought what was happening was right, because in my mind, it glorified my sexuality, because I didn't know what I wanted at the time, but that is what confirmed for me. That is what confirmed for me what I wanted. And so I didn't think that it was wrong. Okay, with that being said, he texted me back and said, what do you mean I didn't respond, or whatever the case may be. Fast forward, me and Saval, we had stopped, we were always been friends on and off for a good while, but it was never no bad blood, never nothing like that. My mom knows Saval well. Saval has been in my house. My mom knows Saval is a good friend of mine. And one night, I was at Saval's house, and she went out the room to go in the kitchen, and I don't know what hovered over my mind to tell her that these things were occurring with Antonio Maurice Brantley, but I felt the need to tell her. Mind you, I talk about any and everything with Savage, so I felt the need to tell her. I end up explaining the situation to Savage as if, I would say in my opinion, as if it was funny. That's how I felt I explained the situation to Savage.